Good morning from the mountains of Portugal. I'm literally in like the most rural part of Portugal you could imagine, right in the mountains. It is absolutely stunning here, and today's going to be more of like a chill, chatty vlog, just taking you along day in a life with me. We're actually working today, so we're going to go and work from a cute little cafe in the tiny little village that we're staying in. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a bit of a struggle for me because usually when I go away, or just like generally in life, I'm so go, 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 don't stop, no sleep, another club, like that is me. And it has been a real test to like slow down here. I feel like my nervous system is just so not used to it, and like it's almost causing me more stress to have to like slow down, but it's definitely teaching me a lesson. I'm definitely learning that it's okay to slow down and to just like be comfortable in the slowing down, and that is so important for productivity. Like you can't have productivity without rest, and you can't have play without rest. You know, you gotta have the work, play, rest balance. So yeah, we're gonna go to a little waterfall today. I think we're gonna go and work in a cafe in the morning, and then we're gonna go to a waterfall in the afternoon. So I'm really excited.
I feel like I'm just giving.
You are giving. The locals look at us like we're fucking crazy. They're like, who are these English girls? So yeah, I thought it was like the perfect location and settings just to talk about like the importance of like rest and balancing rest with play. And because I'm going to Glastonbury Festival next week, I then want to talk about the other side of it and like balancing play with work. So I'm really going to work on like grounding today and just being present, like romanticizing life. And I think you romanticize life through presence and like being aware of your surroundings, checking in with your senses. I also heard this fact the other day, which actually blew my mind, which we can't, like our bodies are wired to not feel stress around birdsong because birds only sing when there's no danger. So like over time, oh hey butterfly, over time our bodies have gotten to know that we are safe around birdsong, which I think is so beautiful as well. And there's also this amazing cherry tree up here, which I've never seen a cherry tree in my life. Like that to me is romanticizing life. Like you find a cute little cherry tree, like, and that is so cute. I love it. I didn't even know cherries grew like this. I'm gonna get one that's around here. They're actually so yummy. I just swallowed the stone. Yeah. Oops. So yummy. Got our little coffee, croissant, water. This literally cost €5. Under €5, which is crazy. And this is the mountain view. I feel like this is one of those places that isn't typically like aesthetic, but that's just how you romanticize life. Like we are literally in the middle of nowhere in the mountains at this cute little cafe. Do you know what I mean? Like that is just the epitome of romanticizing life to me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. How often are you going to be in the middle of nowhere in the Portuguese mountains paying €5 for this cute little coffee? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's just gorge, love it. So we decided to come to a river beach instead because you couldn't actually swim in the waterfalls, and it's so hot. It's like 38 degrees right now, and we wanted to swim because we were just sweating, but just got some little snacks. We're like speaking at everyone in English, and then I'm trying to speak Spanish thinking that they'll understand, and they're still looking at me like, what is this crazy lady on about? But,
We're getting by.
We are getting by. We're making it work. But we are literally like so deep in the mountains right now. You can't even see from here. I feel like there'll be a better view when we get down there. Also, they've got this Lipton mango iced tea in Portugal, and it's, oh, I can't. She's not a vlogger professionally. These are so good, and I'm not even really a Lipton iced tea girly, but these mango ones, so good. So pretty. So we were walking over to this pontoon thinking that you could swim in it, but there's no way to get out there, and it's not really giving swimming spot. But Jade's been here before and she swam here, so the views are still beautiful.
So it's not giving swimming.
It's not giving swimming. It's really not. That water scares me. If anyone's watched, have you ever watched River Monsters? My boyfriend's really into it, and he has really terrified me of like open lake swimming because there's just so many river monsters in there. But anyway, spending time in nature as your form of rest is like the best thing you can do. Spending time in nature is literally prescribed in some countries for like mental health. It is like scientifically proven to improve your mood, reduce cortisol, and I feel like it's something that's just so overlooked. And my human design landscape is mountains, which is crazy because I always used to feel so grounded and like grateful and happy when I was in the mountains. And recently I went back and looked at my human design chart, and if you are into manifestation, then definitely look into your human design chart because it has changed my manifestation game, and it really lets you get to know like your design and how you manifest things specifically. But it also outlines what landscape you thrive in, and mine is mountains, and it makes so much sense because I'm also a Virgo, which is obviously an earth sign, so I love being out in nature anyway. There's something about mountains that just does it for me. Spending time in nature, looking up what your human design landscape is and making time to like ground yourself and spend time in it honestly just makes everything in life flow better. Life is a duality. You can't work hard if you don't rest just as hard. It's the law of polarity, like the masculine and feminine energies, and one can't exist without the other, and you can't have hard work without rest. I feel like there's such a big hustle culture in today's society, and it's just so detrimental, especially for women, because we just don't have the same energy as men. We don't have the same hormone cycle. We can't function in the same way as men, and a lot of this hustle culture comes from men promoting work and like working hard and constantly working, and I definitely fall subject to that a lot of the time. Again, being a Virgo, I love to be organized, I love to work hard, but it's definitely a downfall of mine, and I definitely need to make more time for rest, which I do try and prioritize as much as possible, but it's something that's really difficult. And I would say it does affect my work, you know, when you work so hard that you are reaching burnout, then you're in a space where you can't work, you can't manifest from that energy of being burnt out, and it just sends everything into a disbalance. So making time to spend in nature and rest is just really important, girlies. It's really important. Look at these good boys. Hello. Third time lucky, we've come to another like river, beach, is what they're called. There's not actually a beach, but it's like a river that you can swim in. And I am just excited to put my feet in the ground, in some nature. Grounding is another amazing thing. If you put your feet directly in the ground, it basically charges you with electrons, like from the ground. And my boyfriend, when I first met him, like was not spiritual at all, and he used to get his little toes out and put them in the grass, and I was like, you're such a hippie, and he's like, no, he's like a little science boy, he's like, no, it literally charges you with positive electrons, so it like clears the negative energy out of your body. It's a natural modality that we literally have access to like wherever we go. So if you can get your toes in some mud or some grass or whatever, some natural ground, do it, because it will literally scientifically clear you of negative energy and negative electrons. So yeah. The water's absolutely freezing, which is great, because if you watched my last vlog, I was talking about cold water therapy and how cold water therapy increases dopamine and serotonin, and it's just so good for you. It's almost like hot and cold therapy, because when you get in it's cold and when you get out it's hot. It's great. She's so cute, look at her. The water looks so pretty. There's water spiders in there though, which is a bit icky. I feel like today's vlog has had literally no structure to it, but there's a couple more things that I want to say about rest before I sign off. Scrolling on your phone, doom scrolling, is not rest. Like when you're sat there scrolling on your phone, doom scrolling, getting these quick hits of dopamine, your brain is going into dopamine overload, which feels good at the time, obviously, but dopamine is basically the motivation drug. So when we're sat there scrolling, our brain's actually going into overdrive and receiving loads of dopamine and assuming that we're already being really productive, which stops us from doing the stuff that we actually want to do to be productive, and it keeps us from needing the actual dopamine that you get from real things in life. For example, spending time in nature or meditating or reading a book. This is the real rest. real dopamine from real life sources is the real way to rest and to be present. I feel like a lot of people now use fake dopamine as their rest, which, you know, we've all done, we've all been there, but being aware that you're doing that is the best way to stop. And another thing I wanted to touch on is having an open heart space, because with that comes gratitude and presence, and that is the core of who we are as human beings, is unconditional love. That is what our souls are, and when you tune into that, that is when you can really truly be present with yourself, with life. You appreciate life, you see the beauty in life, you're grateful for life, and making time to get into your heart center through some of the ways that I've talked about in this video is really going to help you to rest and to slow down and to just see the beauty in life, romanticize life. I'm really trying to slow down a bit more and really prioritize my rest, because like I said before, I am just go so much of the time, and it's really unhealthy to do that. So make sure you are incorporating rest into your routine. If something's got to give, something's got to give. There's a local watching me. Thank you all for watching this video. If you've got this far, a local just opened their door to see what the fuck was going on. If you've watched this video, thank you so much. I hope you took something from it. That is my main goal. If you take just one thing from my videos that helps you in day-to-day life, to be honest with you, a lot of the times I need these reminders too. Most of the time I'm literally just sat here reminding myself, and I'm like talking to you guys as I'm learning and realizing and reminding myself of all these things. So big love if you're supporting, watching, liking, subscribing. Very grateful and appreciative for every single one of you, and I hope you have a lovely weekend.